Sio, Tyler Moore, Daudoa, G Jalagi Aniwaya. Hello, my name is Tyler Moore. I'm Cherokee and Wolf Clan.
For tonight.
The tensions were very high. There's no lying about that, but I think that whatever you had walking into this kind of meeting, you're still going to have that walking out, if not more emboldened from this. The points you had for or against protesting, you're going to be more hardened for them. I think that overall, we know at least our community is still here. We know that our community is still loud, and I do think we're going to have an amazing day tomorrow as well. So, positive, despite high tensions.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any tips for students, especially if this is their first time protesting?
I would say definitely make the minutes or like seconds for yourself during these protests, because I'm someone who, I will not lie, outside most times I'm very good, but then that one moment will hit me and I'm like shaking on the inside. You just got to really maybe even step back and be like, okay, deep breath, second for myself. If you have a friend or a colleague that you really like connect with, talk with them. We're here to support each other as a community. Make sure you're also supported as well.
Mm-hmm. So will you be at the protest?
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully I can get my homework done in time.
Hello, I'm here with Emmett.
Brazil.
That's
me.
He is a Haskell student, and he is also our camera person for the Indian Leader. And he was here for the event that's happening. So, Emmett, what did you think?
I did enjoy the cooperativeness and the ability for the different people in the program and pre-protest organization to listen to each other and kind of hear what they both have to say. There may have been a bit of a divide at first in what people wanted, but with that being said, we both listened to what we had to say, and at the end, I think there is still more solidarity than there could have been if we didn't listen to each other.
Okay. Will you be at the protests?
Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I will be, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be there with your camera, or are you going to be in there with the crowd, the students?
I will be there with my camera. Unfortunately, I had to kind of give the press pass to somebody else so they can actually do everything. But I will be there in capacity, taking photos, helping with people that are, working on the interviews and camera stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
content.
Hello, my name is Alicia Swimmer. I'm Sichongu and Oglala Lakota, member of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe.
Okay, so I know you're the one that recorded the event with ICE, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened and why did you decide to record?
Well, I've been a member of the Lawrence community for a very long time. I actually graduated from Haskell here with 2 degrees. My bachelor's was in 2022, and I was a grad student at KU for a bit. But I have a lot of family and friends that are affected by the immigration policies that are happening right now. So I thought when I seen all the vehicles on 25th and Iowa at the gas station, I was like, that's weird, people parked on Iowa Street. So I was just going to go by and okay, here's a quick video, this is what's happening. They could kind of look at the vehicles, maybe see some license plates, and I'm going to submit that to the local organizations so they can have those descriptions so people know what to look out for. But then I couldn't get one license plate, so I ended up pulling into the quick shop there, and the person I was with parked the car. And I got out, and I'm keeping at least a 40-foot distance from the man they're detaining, where I thought the action was. So I'm walking, trying to create a buffer, and walking kind of parallel to the situation when this vehicle just came and pulled in front of me. And that's where the video kind of kicks in that I have online. He just got out and started yelling at me, saying, get back, get back. And I was like, how far do I need to go? I complied with what he was saying, but he was immediately just yelling at me, pointing at me, advancing on me. Really scary, you know, having someone just walk up on you like that, and they have a gun on their hip and all that stuff. So after, in the meantime, behind him doing that, I was able to capture the plate on the camera. So at that point I was done, and I was trying to leave. So I said, okay, fine. And I start walking back to where I came from towards my car. And he still kept at me, get back, get back. So I start yelling at him, I'm trying to get back to my car, And he knew I was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And in the video, you could see him like look at my phone. And then he literally looked at my elbow here because I'm holding my phone like this.
Ah.
And he had on this like bulletproof vesting, and it had like a big square compartment here and like other like tools, whatever they use. So he like literally like jumped up and like chest bumped me with that thing right here. So I actually have nerve damage going on. It's hard to like even like grab stuff. My whole hand is still tingly, like pins and needles at my fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that since 15 minutes after that happened. It's like the adrenaline wore off. And I couldn't even like grab the like grocery cart when I was walking, because that's where I was going next. I was just happened to be driving to the next store because I was shopping, you know. And after that they dispersed, but I just saw like, what did I do? And I still couldn't believe that happened. Like all I'm doing is like documenting. I'm in a public area. It was a private business, but the business owners weren't telling me to leave or do anything. It was someone that had a police vest on. And I know how all the police dress around here. And the KU police, the Lawrence, Kansas police, Douglas County Sheriff, the Kansas Highway Patrol, even the KBI, none of them dress like that. They don't come out full on like they're in a war zone dressed like that. So I was concerned about that. And that's all I was trying to do. And I was trying to leave, and I got attacked.
Okay. So how did you hear what was happening here at Haskell?
I was forwarded a flyer from one of the organizers. So they wanted me to help support, get the word out, because I think they know like that happened to me and stuff. And I'm also used to be in organization with one of the organizers when I was here in 22 last.
So what do you think about what happened here at the event when everyone was talking? Did you disagree or agree? Do you have your own thought about that?
I just think everybody's feelings are valid. People are very passionate right now, and that's understandable. We all have our community to protect, and ironically, we're all trying to protect each other. So,
hello, this is Trina Ticini, and I am here with Beverly Foley, who is a Haskell alum. So, Beverly, what do you think of tonight's event?
The little that I did hear, because I came kind of late, it was interesting because to me it seems like there is a thought that maybe people shouldn't protest. And I truly believe that people should protest and stand up for themselves. When I was an alumni here, we traveled to Pennsylvania, and we went and we did the protests against the oil drillers, and it was very interesting. It was very interesting because we were the only Native American people that stood up for and we were celebrities there. So Native people have a really big voice in the United States. There are a lot of people who look to Native people to find out how they feel and think about what's going on in our country. So it's very important that we get our voices out there. Let people know that we still are here, that we still exist. So I strongly suggest that you guys go out and protest, and take care of each other, make sure people don't get hurt, but don't be afraid to let your voices be heard.
Okay. Will you be at the protest tomorrow?
What time is the protest?
Actually, I think it's like at 1.
Okay, I don't know. I can try, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it over there because I work during the day. So I would like to be over there. And if all these students are going to be over there, I would really like to be over there because I think it's really, I'm really proud of these students who are getting together and deciding that they want to do something like this. Because when we protested, there was only maybe about 12 of us. We protested over there at KU for different things also when I was going to school here. So to see a huge group like this, it's inspiring.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for answering those questions for me.
You're welcome.
And that was today's event. That we just have a bunch of students that are still making posters and organizing for the protesting that's going to happen. This is Trina Ticini from the Indian Leader, and we are downtown in the South Park in Lawrence, Kansas. And we have Haskell students that are protesting. That is just not Haskell students, but it is also the Lawrence community. They're pretty good out. First, can you tell me your name?
My name is Kurt Freeman. I'm Muskogee Creek, and I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, Missouri.
Okay, hold the mic a little bit closer.
Okay.
Okay. So you were at the event last night with Mo Brings Plenty.
Yes.
What did you agree with his opinions?
There were certain opinions that I did, certain points that he had that I think I did agree with. For sure. There were points specifically when he was talking about, pursuing our education and finding ways to dismantle through knowing how to work the system and be a part of the system and take down the system through the system by knowing the system. And I agree with him on that. I think that there were certain points that I disagreed with, though, as well, and I agreed more with some of the points that were being made against his points.
Mm-hmm. So, are you surprised about the protest that's happening right now? Like, it's just not Haskell students that are here, but the community as well?
Not at all. I mean, we're all outraged as a community. I mean, I've been getting messages from people from out of town, out of state, asking me how things are going because they've been hearing about what's been going on here. Like, it's no secret what's been going on here, and I don't think that we're alone in knowing that we want our voices heard. Everybody wants our voices heard.
Okay. Is there what are some things that you disagree, or what do you disagree with ICE about?
I think that the idea that any sort of land belongs to any one people is silly. I think that it doesn't belong to the people. I think that we belong to the land. I think that's my main stance on it, and fundamentally, I think that can apply to the force of ICE itself.
Mm-hmm. So, there's a lot of controversy about this protest because it's was led by Haskell students, and people are saying that it has nothing to do with Haskell students because we're already citizens of the U.S. So what would you like to say to those people?
Sure. What I would say is that we're all citizens of the world. We're all citizens of this earth. And I think that trying to define what people to stand up for and who we should give voices to, etc., I think that conversation is the same kind of conversations that people have when they're trying to silence people. And I think that silence from any party, doesn't get anything done. Like even people that you disagree with, you want to be able to hear their side and understand where they're coming from and know where they're coming from. Because again, we're all humans, we're all people, and I think we all are coming from something well-intentioned, unless maybe you're ultra wealthy or ultra rich, ultra powerful.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to say?
No, that's about it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My name's Dara Dosla. I'm White Man Apache from the Fort Apache Reservation in Arizona.
Okay. Were you the ones that gathered, that was a part of the charge of the protesting here?
I helped. I just helped with networking and kind of, getting the word out there. And then the main organizer, Mary Jane, I'm just kind of her support.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you do not agree with ICE?
I don't agree with how, I guess, inhumanely they've gone about some of the policies that they say they're applying, but it just seems too much aggression, not enough empathy or logic in their actions. There's no reason for killing people. There's no reason for assaulting people. There's no reason to be taking people who are already pre-established citizens in the United States. And it just seems like too much aggression, not enough humanity. And yeah.
Okay. So there's like a controversy that Haskell students should not be protesting this about ICE because they're not really involved because we're already citizens. And what do you think about that?
I think we've already been involved because people see us, we look South American and we have relatives who are Southern Indigenous. So some of us look a lot like them. I myself am Southwestern and I get mistaken for Mexicana a lot. So I say that we're already involved, seeing as they've detained and already profiled some of our other relatives. It doesn't take much to assume something about people. And just as Indigenous people in general, I feel like sticking up for our Southern relatives and even our North American migrants who are here now, just because we're not technically involved or it doesn't apply to us doesn't mean that we can't stick up for other people, because it doesn't take a rocket science to know that what's going on is wrong. Like, what's going on is just too much. Because there's good and bad, and then there's life in between all of that. Finding the life in everything is a part of how Indigenous people live. So were we to sit quiet and just let it happen, what does that say about us? And, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say?
I'm just happy. I'm just happy that we're not the only ones that think this way. We got a lot of support from a lot of different people from all walks of life who think the way, similar to what we're thinking. And it's good to see that support and all that love today.
All right, thank you.